Hi everyone, my name is Megan DeVoss and I just graduated yesterday from the EDSI program. My area of concentration was English for speakers of other languages, and I am a teacher, a high school teacher in Georgia. First of all, welcome to the EDSI program. It is phenomenal and I couldn't recommend it more highly. So I think you've made an excellent choice and I think you're really going to enjoy the challenge of this program. So a little bit about myself is that I have taught ESOL for about 5 years. I'm the ESOL department head. I did this program because I think that nationally we have a lot to improve upon in how we serve these students effectively, and that needs to trickle down into the classroom because I see a lot of frustration with teachers who are teaching these students. So I did this program to try to generate change, and really honestly coming through it now feel like I've learned how to do that. So this program has really equipped me to become the change agent that I desire to be, and I believe it will do the same for you. The most rewarding part of the program for me was really collaborating with my colleagues throughout the process, because I think that there's a word that I'm looking for, connecting with other people when you go to conferences and things like that, and the word's escaping me, but I've become connected to some amazing leaders in other areas, principals in other districts, assistant principals, someone on a board of education in another state, teachers like myself, people in other fields. And so the collaboration that has happened throughout the program, I've really learned from some incredible thinkers that have expanded my perspective of the field of education. So I think that's one of my most appreciated takeaways from the program. The most challenging part for me was, without a doubt, learning how to write the literature review. That was the first chapter of the dissertation that I wrote, and it was extreme. It was just a huge learning curve to learn that journey, because I've never gone through the journey of a dissertation before. But my chair and committee member from the university were extraordinarily helpful in my process of just talking with me when I needed to talk, pointing me in the direction I needed to go in, but also still allowing that space for productive struggle where the whole process really felt like my own, even though I leaned into their assistance regularly. And is there anything that I would have done differently? I chose at the beginning of my program to go off of Facebook because I was like, well, I'm doing online school. I'm sure it would be tempting to just be on Facebook. So I went off of it. But just now, as I closed the program out, I actually went back on and saw that my cohort regularly communicated through a Facebook group. And I can tell that camaraderie was really beneficial for a lot of people at different stages when they had questions, struggles, etc. It was a great support system, and so that would be my advice, would be to stay connected with your cohort, because I think being in an online program, it can be difficult and it feels isolating. And so really making an intentional effort for connection with other people that are in your cohort that understand what you're going through and the questions that you might have in your classes. Do not give in to this mindset that, oh, I'm in a doctorate program, I'm in competition with these people, because you're not in competition with each other for anything. And you need each other, honestly, to get through it, and to come out the other side happy. And I remember when I was in your shoes 3 years ago, and we had a panel of people that would give us kind of their input about going through the program. They were graduating, and one of them said, just turn it in. Like, when you get to a point where you're at least happy with it, not everything that you submit needs to be perfect, or else you'll never turn anything in, but just get to a point where you say, okay, this is good enough, and turn it in, because you do not want to graduate from this program with, family relationships having suffered too much, or not having taken care of yourselves, you need to keep the other parts of your life in balance as well. And so do this program well and well enough, but don't give your whole life to it to where you graduate and everything else is falling apart. Because I've held on to that piece of advice that we received when I was in your shoes, and I am graduating with excitement about where the other parts of my life are as well. During the program, I gave birth to my first child, and my husband and I have been married for 5 years, teaching the same school, and we've remained connected to our church and to our close family friends, lots of family times, and all of that is just really satisfying to be able to, and it's another thing that I'll say about this program is that it does a good job of permitting you to have that balance, which I'm very, very thankful for, because I don't think that all doctoral programs are that way. But whenever I tell people about this program, I rave about the fact that it really sets you up to get through it, and that it was incredibly challenging, but that's really nice when it's paired with it sets you up to get through it, because I feel like I learned a ton, but also I graduated on time, and that's nice. So good luck to all of you. I think you have made an incredible decision here, and you can do this. You really can.